we are here on, what day is it? Day 3 of writing about your sea animal, Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. That's why we write it on the board.
Yeah,
in
to
case
remind us.
we ever forget.
Yes. So, you guys have done a lot of research. You've read lots of books on your sea animal. So have Miss Marquardt and I. And we're ready to see what else we want to write down. So, for today's lesson, you need to go back to your epic books. And maybe you read a new one today that you haven't read yet. Or you can go back to ones that you've already read. Totally up to you. And we're looking for interesting facts about your animals. 2 of them.
Ooh, okay.
So this is a fun one.
Yes.
Okay, so you get to kind of be free with what you write about today, just whatever was really interesting to you about your animal. And I know I have an interesting fact that I got from the book about the blue whale. Did you?
Me too, yeah.
Tell me.
Okay, so I learned that the blue whale is actually one of the loudest animals on Earth.
I would have never guessed.
Me either, because they live under the water.
You know what that makes me think of?
What?
Finding Nemo, when Dory is communicating with the whales and she speaks whale to them. Totally makes sense.
I hope they've seen that movie.
I do too. If you haven't, you need to watch it.
Especially since we're writing about animals.
Yeah, as sea animals nonetheless. Like Finding Nemo, that's all it is sea animals.
Yeah.
And some of the best. And Finding Dory too, the second one.
Also good.
All right, so yours was that they are the loudest animal on Earth?
Yeah.
Okay, what I thought was really interesting, again about the size of the animals.
Yeah.
We know that they're the biggest animal on Earth.
They are.
But what I found that was really cool is that babies, we know that they're already born really big.
Huge.
For the full first year of their life, they gain 200 pounds a day. Every day. Every day they gain 200 pounds.
Okay. That's roughly like you and I put together.
Every day they gain this much weight.
Every day.
Every day of their first year of life as a little baby.
How are they doing that? I mean, what do they eat?
Their mother's milk all day long. They never stop. That's some powerful milk that mother blue whales have.
What is in that milk?
Some crazy stuff. I don't know. I don't want to drink it though, because I don't want to be gaining 200 pounds a day.
I was going to say, could you imagine if you woke up tomorrow and you were 200 pounds heavier than what you are today?
I couldn't imagine.
And that just kept happening every day.
For a year.
For a year.
That's interesting, right?
You wouldn't fit in this classroom.
No.
That would be a problem.
I might end up being as long as 2 school buses.
Have I mentioned I'm thankful I'm not a whale?
Yes. And I am too.
Like, I am very impressed by whales. I've learned a lot, but all right, I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
And I'm just going to keep saying
So if we were doing this, and we were a student, we would write both of those facts down because we need 2. But because we're just modeling it for you, we're just going to write one of our interesting facts down. But you guys need to make sure to write 2 about your animal. So Miss Marquardt is writing, baby blue whales can gain 200 pounds per day for 1 year. Wow. That is a very interesting fact.
Big babies.
Yeah, very cool.
All right. So we also need to write a closing sentence.
Yes.
So a closing sentence kind of reminds me of the bottom of a hamburger.
Yep.
And if you didn't have that bottom piece of bun, you would just be holding on to the meat and all the juice would run away and we wouldn't even really... Could you even call it a hamburger?
No, it wouldn't be.
All right. So we're writing about whales. We know that our topic sentence, we wrote about them being interesting animals. How can we turn that into a closing sentence at the bottom?
Great. So to remind you guys, a closing sentence is basically very, very similar to your topic sentence, but you don't want to write the exact same sentence because boring, sorry. So we're kind of reminding the reader about what our paragraph was about and like wrapping it up, tying a bow, making it like a nice, neat package. So we might say something like, those are all the reasons why a blue whale is such an amazing sea creature.
Oh.
Do you like that?
I do. And
what
then
else could we say?
Well, then can I add in that they're the loudest animal?
No, you're not going to include any new information in the closing sentence, Miss Marquardt.
Okay. No new information.
No new information.
At all. So kind of like we wouldn't put the mustard on the bottom of a cheeseburger.
No.
We just put the bun.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. All right. Good job capitalizing. These are some reasons. and you don't have to copy ours word for word. There are a lot of different ways to make closing sentences. Even if you remember some of our transition words in some of our other units, you could say something like, in conclusion, these are all the reasons why whatever you chose, a dolphin is an amazing sea creature. Or to sum it up.
I remember some
that?
of these.
Some of those transition words that we would use at the beginning of a conclusion.
Those awesome things we taught are all
in
coming
closing.
back.
Yes. So you could, switch this up. Use different adjectives. They are so amazing, interesting, magnificent,
Fascinating,
cool, marvelous. There's a lot of different
wonderful
words you can use here to describe it, as long as you're not giving any new information. And that's it for today. Yep.
All right. We'll see you back
Tomorrow.